Good day, ladies and gentlemen. We back at it again. It's the Going for the Gusto podcast. Wait, why you got them shades on?
Man, leave that man alone about his shades.
No, talk about the shades, baby.
I come on here,
I know you like
got
it.
on some crazy hat. He looked like a pastor, or he got on something. It's always something with him. It's always something.
Leave that man alone about his
shades. Stay blessed, my brother.
Man, anyways, man, we back at it again. This is Going for the Gusto podcast. Man, we got Rick and Sam. Hey, they in the same location. And you got Frog over here, Mr. Way Too Cool himself. You see the hater blockers, and you got me, the host, Queso Casino. How y'all doing?
Man, what's good, Queso?
Man, man.
What's good, Way Too Cool?
It's all good over here, man.
It's all good, man. You know I got the hater blockers to block people like cheese. You know what I'm saying? Can't see me, man.
Man, you a funny guy. But we're going to dive right into it. We got breaking news. The Carolina Panthers, they about to get their quarterback. They traded for the number 1 overall pick. They traded their first round this year, their second round this year, their first round next year, and then the following year, the second round for the following year. And DJ Moore.
Moore, yeah.
They put DJ Moore in the trade.
I saw that one earlier.
So Way Too.
No way, dude.
Did they win the trade?
Wow.
Well, you can't say if they win the trade until after they get the player that they, they probably about to get Bryce Young. I would probably rock with CJ Stroud only because Bryce Young is small and it's a lot going on.
Hey, Russell was small too. He won the Super Bowl.
No, Russell ain't.
Russell 5'11".
Russell kind of.
Russell just short.
Russell
How tall is
5'11"
Russell Wilson? That's kind of short in the NFL.
But then you got to see over the offensive line. Everybody's 6'9". You got to see over that.
Yeah, but the thing about Russell is that he had a great running game. Marshawn led the league in rushing, I think, 2 of those years. Yeah. And then the Legion of Boom was playing defense. You got the Legion of Zoom in Carolina or something. Them boys ain't finna be stopping everything.
No, but well, from what I've been seeing over social media, like a lot of Carolina Panther fans, we know a lot of them. So they're saying, "Oh, why'd y'all trade DJ Moore?" DJ Moore was wasting his time in Carolina. What quarterback they had to throw to him? They not went through like 7 quarterbacks in the last 4 years. So
you right.
Stop wasting the man's time. Go ahead and go to Chicago. Go play with Justin. Then we can go ahead and lock in our guy. Because at 9, they wasn't getting no quarterback. Because you know how many mock trades they got? They got Las Vegas moving up, Colts moving up. Everybody want to move to get their guy. Right. They had to do something. They couldn't do nothing at 9.
I think the best part of the trade is that they got a new coach coming in, and now the coach get the quarterback he want, because that's a big deal.
And he can just build around him.
Yeah,
the way he wants his offense.
It's going to take a few years. They got rid of Christian. But matter of fact, they didn't really give up a lot, because what they traded to get Christian, they got first rounders for Christian. So, they still got, ample,
So what you mean years? What you mean take a few years? You telling me that's how long it's going to take for them to gel?
Yeah, a quarterback just don't, come in rookie year and just be like, yeah, I'm the best. Trevor Lawrence did that. Mm-hmm. Justin Fields didn't do that.
Well,
Andrew Luck didn't do it. They just don't come in the league and automatically find success. Andrew
Luck had a good rookie season.
What are you talking about? Andrew Luck definitely came in the league dominated.
Joe Burrow came in and went straight to the Super Bowl. What are you talking about?
Well, that was year 2, but still.
Yeah. That was his first year starting.
No. Joe Burrow got hurt. His first, he played 9 games.
And he got hurt.
He played 9 games and got injured. Well, his first full season start, I guess, were word. Okay.
So we not counting Joe Burrow. Fresh out of rookie year.
Because I'm about to say, Joe Burrow.
That's real. Fresh out of rookie year and you doing something big, that's real.
No, we ain't saying that. It's just. I think what it comes down to is, in my opinion, 3, 4, and 5 are the draft picks that matter, because those where you get. That's how you build your team. Right?
Yeah.
Richard Sherman was a 4th round pick. Cannon Chancellor was a 3rd round pick. It's not like you get these people in the 1st round. You just gotta find the talent down the line, and when you find the talent down the line, that's when you kind of
the talent for your system too.
I mean, think about it. They ain't got no receivers. DJ Moore gone, Robbie Anderson gone. It could take them a while to get some firepower. Huh?
Bro, you see how many receivers in free agency?
But free agency ain't started yet, so that's why it's way too early. It's way too early predictions.
I feel like,
but they got the money. They got the money to do it.
I feel like that's operating backwards though to get rid of DJ Moore and to get the picks and to get a quarterback. That's operating backwards. Like DJ Moore, that's the same conversation we were talking about. Is DJ Moore a number one receiver? Well, get him a quarterback that actually can get him the ball and let's see. I mean, you get rid of DJ Moore and for the I don't know, man. Like,
I mean, but in order,
you operating backward to me. I wouldn't have done that.
But listen, we say all the time, you got to spend money to make money. So they had to spend the money to get.
So you spend DJ Moore?
Yeah, but no. But like, cool. What I will say about that is, I think the biggest part about it is that if when you have a rookie quarterback, like on a rookie contract, you can afford to spend money other places. If you start spending money on like receiver, running back, like that's why they traded Christian McCaffrey, because he had a big contract, and now you can't build other positions because
of how big that contract is.
The money is So like, I think the only way you pay a receiver a lot of money is once you got a quarterback established.
I mean that's kind of hard to say. So far. Would you tell them not to pay Terry McLaurin?
Tom?
Would you tell them not to pay Terry McLaurin?
No. So we paid Terry because we wasn't spending money on nothing else. Like Terry's contract, we still got a bunch of cap in free agency. Terry's contract didn't affect that much because we had really no big players under contract. Like we had Jonathan Allen, and that was it. Everybody else was on a rookie contract. So in a normal world, I would have said, well, we should probably franchise Terry. But in the realm for Washington, the way Washington is set up, because it didn't matter at the time, I would say pay him because he earned it. We're playing with all these different quarterbacks. But if we had an opportunity to trade up to number one, and let's say it was, I mean, because I'm not the biggest fan of the quarterbacks in this year's draft, but let's say it was the draft with Justin Herbert and everybody, trade up. Yeah. Hey, let Terry go. Yeah. But you gotta feel that way about the quarterbacks. Like you gotta feel like next year, how everybody talking about Caleb Williams, you gotta feel like that.
Yeah,
the difference.
So it was like Carolyn was saying, yo, it's 5 quarterbacks. And we're so deep in that draft, we don't think none of our guys gonna be there by the time we get to 9. So it was like we gotta do something so drastic to appeal to Chicago, so we can just pick anybody we want with the first one. Because number one pick is you. You got the spotlight. Everybody waiting on you. You don't gotta wait on nobody. You can do whoever you want.
No, I feel like it's about 9 quarterbacks in this draft. I feel like it's a couple of people like Tanner McKee, Herndon Hooker, who are going to go under the radar, and because they go under the radar, they're going to land on great teams. They're going to show. They're going to land on like well put together teams, and that's going to help them. Rather than because when you got the number 1 draft pick, your team isn't good, so you're asking somebody to come fix something that's already broken. If you like the Saints, for example, I mean the Saints got Derek Carr, and that should be a good marriage. But like if you were a team like the Saints, and like a Tanner McKee out of Stanford lands to you, like, and you already got pieces around there, he's going to look a lot better. You can put something together there.
I mean,
I think that's a give or take, though. I mean, like, a lot of people use players to get trades, to get picks. So, I mean, a lot of times I get what you're saying is the worst teams get the first picks first. That is true. But, like, a lot of teams trade players for picks as well to rebuild their teams. So that's not always true, but I know exactly where you're coming from, though. I get it.
Let me say this. Jalen Ramsey, Calais Campbell, AJ Bouye, Tevin Smith, Nyemeka Ngakwe, we traded everybody. Yeah. We blew the whole team up for cap and for picks for later down the line. And we knew Trevor was in college. And we was like, yo, and we kind of sucked for a good couple of years. Trevor coming out, and I know we can get that.
I don't think Jacksonville did that in the mindset of getting Trevor. I think they understood that if they first of all, Jalen Ramsey plays a position where if he's the highest paid corner, he makes a lot of money. Then you add Calais Campbell is a 3-time All-Pro, bro. Like you got to pay Calais. And then y'all had Miles Jacks. It was no way. There was no way to pay. You can't have top five paid players just on defense because your offense ain't gonna have no money.
Leonard Fournette. We let Leonard Fournette go too. Like we let everybody go.
Well, Leonard Fournette was worth the money.
I mean, he been worth a little something, but his time kind of ran thin. He was even out of his rookie.
Leonard Fournette been doing his thing though, man.
And we released the man for cap.
Yeah, but I mean that's smart though. You trying to stay ahead of the book, bro. Look, you saw what happened to the Texans, right? The Texans lost a pick because they so far over the cap. The NFL said, you know what? You so deep in the cap, we will take.
What pick they take?
There ain't no way you said that, brother. They for real though. They took their pick because it was over the cap.
What pick they take?
No.
Was it get over?
What round pick did they take?
I'm not sure. It's probably a lower.
If anybody in cover box know below,
that's crazy
please put that down.
Jackson had like $80 million the other day.
Put that down.
Jackson had $80 million like 2 years ago. So like, how much cap they got?
No, but didn't Jacksonville lose a pick?
No,
you gotta be. I think and y'all can let me know if I'm wrong in the comments. But I think the new rule is now like the team that's the deepest in the cap is the one that loses the pick.
I wonder how much that pick is worth.
They probably lose like a fifth, like a fourth or a fifth, maybe a sixth or something like that.
No, I mean like monetary wise, like how much our pick is worth. I wonder how much like. But that's something we'll find out.
It depends on the round, right?
Yeah, but still.
What are you trying to ask? Way too cool? Like,
no, I wasn't asking a question. I was just saying, like, it's a rhetorical question. I said, I wonder how much our pick is worth. Like, because they said they took the pick because they were over the cap. So I'm like, I wonder how much our pick is worth. Like, within itself. Like, all right, well, you owe this much, so I'm going to take a second round. Oh, but you owe this much, so I'm going to take a first round. Like, I'm not sure how much it's worth.
Think of it like one big equation. Like the NFL is like one big equation because it's always a business deal. And it's like who wants to get the better deal out of the business, whether it's in the long run or if it's a short-term business deal. You gotta think like in the mind of the GM. Do I need this now, or could I wait a couple of years and just invest in this? And then
you think the GMs are doing that purposely? Like, dude, I'm gonna go ahead and just spin the pick because like I need this now.
Yeah, yes.
Well, the NFL don't let you start the season over the cap, so you can become over the cap in the season, but before training camp starts, they're gonna have to cut people.
Yeah,
and the Texans got a bad situation because they still owe Deshaun Watson money, so his money is on the cap, even though he's not even on the team.
Mm-hmm.
They still
that's what I was thinking. Though I was thinking
he was making $40 million a year, and he had like 2 years.
Yeah, they still got to pay that $40 million.
Yeah, but my question is, then at what point in time do you go from cutting people to taking picks? But I mean, I guess that's just something we have to look into. Cause
that's the NFL too.
It's backwards. They got so much cap space that they lost a pick. Not that they went over the cap and then lost a pick. They had too much money. So let's just say they had $120 million in cap. You get
penalized for that?
Huh?
You get penalized for that?
That's the
having too much cap space.
Hold on, bro.
That was the initial question. That was the actual initial question because when he said it was like they had so much cap space that they lost their picks because they had so much money to spend.
Well, let me find out. Y'all tagging me because I got to. Well,
So you telling me the NFL is saying, "Hey, spend this money or you lose a pick"?
It was because you got so much money that you kind of don't need a pick that you can just go into free agency.
Says who, man?
That's
You can't tell me that. That's my money.
That's technically what they were saying.
Right now?
You don't need that pick. Give me that chain.
That was
man.
the original. That was supposed. That's the interpretation that was supposed to have been said a couple minutes ago.
Hold on, so you telling me we've been arguing backwards the whole time?
And I was waiting so I can get a word in.
Hold on, but
that's why I said when Jacksonville had $80 million in cap space, we didn't lose a pick. That's why I was confused. We had the most cap space before we signed Christian Kirk, and we had signed all them boys. We had 80-something million.
That might not have been the case then. That might not have been the case.
That sounds like a new thing.
That's what I'm saying. Like
that's just wild. That's
I'm saying how much
wild.
money we had in cap space.
But the thing is, they got cap. Like the thing is, they're the second worst teams. Statistically in the league, so they need the picks more than anybody else. Ain't no guarantee you getting somebody in free agency, but you can guaranteely draft a person.
I know, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. What you had said didn't make any sense. Like, how did the Texans lose a pick because they had money? That's what I didn't understand.
No, I didn't say they lost the pick because they had money. I said they lost it because they didn't have money.
Oh, that is a penalty. Yeah, no, that is a thing. I'm sorry, y'all. Yeah, so if you go under the cap, like if you negative.
All right, look, I got it right here. Texans forfeit 2023 5th round pick, fined $175K for salary cap reporting violation.
So they didn't report it. They didn't report exactly how much they
so
had.
If you don't report the damn thing, you get that makes a whole lot more.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's what any financial institution.
Because I was confused. My bad. I was confused. I was like, ain't no way.
Hey, look, viewers, we apologize. Queso
They'll be all right. Apologize. They'll be all right. Shoot.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody perfect.
You ain't gonna be all right.
Ain't nobody perfect. Shoot, they be all right.
No, we good.
But
I was like,
hey, what's the other nugget we got to talk about today? We got some
all right. Well, that was the breaking news because it just literally happened like an hour ago. So
we got
it was hot and fresh. So there was a topic that we had like a couple weeks back. We didn't really get a chance to talk about it. It was about people being franchise tagged. So obviously people get franchise tagged because they couldn't work out a long-term deal, or they don't get tagged and they get released to test the market. So I got 5 players that either got tagged or got released, and it's like a deal or no deal. Is this a deal that's worth it for that player? You do the deal, or you don't take a deal and you go into free agency. So it's a deal or no deal type of situation.
I should have had a red buzzer with me.
All right, so the obvious one, the first one, Lamar Jackson, he got the non-exclusive. He making $32 million. So these numbers are coming from CBS Sports. A accredited reporter, I don't remember his name right now, but he was saying Lamar Jackson could conjure a package that's $210 million over 4 years. That's $52 million a year. He get overall guarantees is $170 million. It's not a fully guaranteed contract like he wants, but it's $170. It's like literally 80% of the contract is guaranteed, and fully guaranteed at signing is $150. And the other considerations will be a no franchise tag, no transition tag. As Lamar Jackson, should you take the deal or no deal?
Deal.
If I'm Lamar, I'm going to take the deal because the trepidations of the way
that boy said
NFL looks at him.
Lord.
Yeah, like it's the way the NFL looks, the way the NFL sees him, right? Like the NFL sees him as a running quarterback. Regardless of how you feel about yourself, the NFL has put that narrative on you. And if you don't take that deal, it's only going to go down. Because his value, unlike most quarterbacks, the way the league sees it, I'm not saying this is right, but the way GMs and the league sees it is that the older he gets, the less valuable he is to us because
depreciation.
Yeah, because his legs, he's going to lose his legs. And a lot of people, and even when Lamar Jackson won the MVP, a lot of people bring that up. He had 1,000 rushing yards as well. He didn't just throw the ball all around the field. He had 1,000 rushing yards. He was the first quarterback to have 1,000 rushing yards in back-to-back seasons or something like that. Man. So, like, well, as Lamar, with everything considered, I would take the deal because I think 170 $170 million guaranteed is cool. I understand what people will say. Y'all can find me up in the comments, man. He's a quarterback. This is not NFL collusion, all that. I feel all that. But from his position, it's only going to get worse the way the NFL sees him. And Lamar, you're in the NFL. You know better than me. But if I was you, get it.
And then
take the deal.
We were on the phone. Okay, I'm gonna bring up this point. Me and Rick was on the phone, and we was like, "Yo, Deshaun Watson proved that he can throw over 4,000 yards. He's proven that he can throw close to 5,000. He's proven that he can go deep into the playoffs. He lost an AFC Championship game to the Chiefs, and the Chiefs won the championship that year, and they went deep. Like the score was like 30-something to 30-something. It went deep.
Yeah, because you just don't bet against Andy Reid.
So it was just like Deshaun is like, yeah, he can take somebody deep into the playoffs. He can throw to 5,000 yards. He's a traditional quarterback. But he can run if he need to. He can. That's a plus, but we don't depend on his legs. He know how to slide. He know how to protect himself.
Well, I'm going to say this about Lamar. Just to cap off what my boy Bam Bunansky was saying, it's also risk factors. A lot of quarterbacks that are these scrambling quarterbacks that like to take these hits. It's kind of just like, hey, you take just the same amount of hits as some of these running backs at a quarterback position. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, I don't know how long term you're going to be with us, so why would I pay you this much money not knowing how long I'm going to really have you? And it happens to the best of these quarterbacks. We seen it.
Mm-hmm.
RG3.
And then to back that point, it's like you could say the same thing about Josh Allen. You can say the same thing about Josh Allen, but Josh Allen just don't get hurt. That's the thing. If Lamar wasn't getting hurt,
yeah, but Josh Allen 260.
You try to get some kids off.
Josh Allen, bro, eating steak.
Bro, he's the same size as Ben Roethlisberger when Ben Roethlisberger came into the league.
And they didn't get hurt either. Big. Them was big. Lamar Jackson like 205. I know he had put on some weight.
Yeah.
Like
220. Yeah.
And Josh Allen is a natural 260 without
and he weighed like 6'5".
All right, so.
And Josh Allen can throw the ball a mile in a blizzard.
Josh Allen do throw that ball though. But check this out, man.
Bro, that boy.
So cool. You taking the deal or no?
See, here's the thing. I'm taking the deal, right? But I don't really go with all the speculation that everybody has about the longevity of Lamar Jackson for one very important reason. That when everybody talks about Lamar Jackson, yes, they bring up his legs because that's one of his biggest assets. But I had to put a lot of respect on Lamar Jackson's name when they said that man couldn't throw the ball, and this man started leading the league in touchdowns. He can throw the ball. Like, he has the ability to throw, and I think that adds to his longevity. I think everybody thinks, like, and I do believe that over time, your legs get old, you get worn down, you get worn out. But I do believe this man can throw the ball, like, when it comes down to it. I don't think he has to do that for the rest of his career. I think he'll end up leaning more into smart running and then leaning more into a pass game as he matures into the game further on in his career. I think people just see him run and they expect him to run like a cheetah at 70,000 miles an hour for the rest of his life. Like, that's not what.
No, bro. This is what I would say. I agree with everything you said, but it's something to be said about when you no longer have the ability to run, that the defense plays a different defense. Now is no spy. That spy now backs up in the coverage. So now you got a tighter window to throw the ball through. You see what I'm saying? Like that you know how you play Madden, you put quarterback contain. Now you don't gotta play that defense no more. Now we just rushing. And when you lose that ability, you gotta prove now that the whole defense is like the Bengals run against the year when the Bengals went to the Super Bowl. When they played Kansas City, you know what they did? They rushed 3 people and had 8 people in coverage. They said, everybody get back. You get back too. And Lamar got to try to do that. Patrick Mahomes was able to fight through that. But, it takes an elite guy. And I'm not saying Lamar can't. I believe in Lamar, but he got to prove that because
that's
part
fair.
of the reason why he's effective is because people are afraid of his ability to run. So now somebody's always spying. You always got a green dog blitzer. And for y'all that don't know what a green dog blitz is, that means as soon as the quarterback scrambles with one way or another, that linebacker is taking off at him. Right? And so that's, you just got to keep that in mind. That's the only thing I say. But shout out to Lamar, man. I hope he do great things.
Yeah, we'll go on to the.
I think we all agree you should take the deal. Just do what you got to do. But
we'll go on to the next part. I just want to say there's one part right here. This last part on Lamar before we move on is the conversation that we had about Lamar from last year going into this year. We even talked about it off screen about Lamar Jackson rushing as much as everybody thought he was going to rush. Lamar Jackson rushed nowhere close to as much as he rushed last year, and then he was still on pace leading that team. Like, that's what I was saying. And the pass game this year looked like centuries ahead of last year, and last year looked centuries ahead of the year before. I'm seeing this man's growth throwing the football, and I think he's got a lot of places to go with that. So, we'll see what happens next year.
Well, final statement is his numbers does not look anywhere as the passing numbers are up, but his touchdown to interception ratio is way down. Yeah. So now he missed 5 games and threw double-digit picks this year.
He did.
The year he won MVP, when he was running, he had 6 picks on the season and 36 touchdowns. This year he did run less. He missed 5 games and still threw double-digit picks. Yep. So you got to pay attention to that too, bro.
That's true. That is also 100% true.
All right. Well, we're not paying enough attention to Lamar. Let's pay attention to the league's leading rusher last year, Josh Jacobs. He got tagged. So if you go in, you Josh Jacobs, you can be like, you decline my 5th-year option. You disrespecting me. So I had to prove a point. Prove the point by leading the league in rushing and scrimmage yards and just rushing yards. You walk into that thing as constructed. The contract is 4 years, $61 million. You get $15.5 a year. $40 million in guarantees and $31 guaranteed at signing. Do you wait it out in the middle of the year? Or do you say deal or no deal?
Deal. You a running back, boy. Take that deal.
Oh, man. That's rough. So you said 4 years, 61?
Yeah.
What was the signing bonus? What was the signing bonus guarantee?
31.
That's not bad.
I'm going to keep it simple. I'm going to keep it simple. I'm with my boy Bartholomew right here, man. You a running back. Take the $20 million a year. Your legs don't last forever.
Man,
I don't see where he goes anywhere and makes any more money, to be honest with you. I mean, he did lead the league in rushing, but the same way, I agree with both Boom Bam and over here Bartholomew. You don't really want to pass it up with you said $31 million bonus?
Yeah.
31? Nah, he might as well go ahead and take that deal. He's not going to get a better deal anywhere else. Ain't nobody going to pay that free.
I'm gonna go against the grain. If he
now, why are you gonna go against the grain though?
Don't
scratch your beard.
No, I said I'll wait it out. Let the contract this mull around. Give me to like week 5.
For how much longer?
Give me to like week 4 or 5. Let me get 5 120 yard rushing games and be like, yo, I'm still out here doing it. Give me 75.
You think they go ahead?
That's the risk you gotta take.
Only running back that successfully did that. My only comeback is the only running back that successfully did that was Emmitt Smith, and that's because one, they was coming off a Super Bowl, and then when they went into the next season after he led them to the Super Bowl, they went down 0-2, and then they went back to the Super Bowl again once he got on the team. And the problem with Josh Jacobs is that the Raiders didn't even make the playoffs last year, even though he led the league. So what is your real impact?
Your real impact is that you led the league.
Yeah. He
still led the league on a team that was supposed to.
Top 5 in touchdowns, and he was number 1 rushing.
I mean, the type of weapons that they have on the Raiders, when we first started the podcast at the very beginning, we had the Raiders to go all the way to definitely in the playoffs, virtually almost to the Super Bowl, the way how they had that team set up.
But I'm not trying to be funny, but Derek Carr. Sorry.
No, boy. You can't blame Derek Carr.
Last year he was sorry.
You can't.
So it's like you better give Josh Jacobs the ball, bro.
I mean, Devontae Adams ended up having a good statistically wise. He had over 50.
Listen, Darren Waller been hurt, and Thing been hurt. Hunter Renfrow, he been hurt. So like the team they expected to have wasn't there. So you want Derek Carr to do? You want to do?
I mean,
you can say
I didn't expect the boy to bench him and send him on his way though. But like,
nah, Derek, I'm not sorry, but I'm just telling you, like when you lose assets like that, that's why he led the league in rushing. It's like, bro, you about to get a lot of touches.
I mean, listen,
like a lot.
I'll wait around probably about week 5. Let me get $75 million over 5 years.
See,
that's not about to happen next year, though. That's not about to happen next year.
Jeez, you see, you know what you're doing, G.
Hey,
you know what you're doing.
I'm the best running back in the league. I'm the best weapon. I'm quote unquote. I'm the best weapon.
No, but nobody said Nobody has him as the number 1 running back in the league, even though he led the league in rushing. I don't automatically make you the best.
No, I definitely don't have him.
But if you get the stats, people will be like, "Oh, you kind of the best." Like how do you rate?
Look at Jonathan Taylor. Look at Jonathan Taylor.
He was the best running back.
He led the league in rushing last year. He wasn't even close to the top.
I know, but the year he did lead the league in rushing. They was like, "Oh, this the number 1 running back." Everybody was saying this the number 1. This the number 1.
No, people were still talking about Derrick Henry because Derrick Henry had missed a couple of games from being hurt. But when Derrick Henry came back, he almost caught up to him. People were still saying Derrick Henry.
See, no, I got the perfect thing for you because I saw a video that told the whole story, bro. You see this line, Cheese? You see this line? And you see this X's right? You see this? See, this right here is the find out line, right? You see this? See, you trying to go up this find out line, right? But you don't understand on the bottom line down here of how much you got to mess around to find out what you're trying to find out. So you trying to carry your behind up here to find out what you're going to find out, and you're going to end up without a contract. That's what you're going to do. You keep messing with that mess around line if you want to.
The league still has Derrick Henry as number 1, bro.
Man, whatever. I'm going.
They still look. I'm not kidding you.
I'm continue to go
because he's the most.
I'm continue to going against the grain. I'm still going against it.
But he's the most consistent throughout the years. Like it's based on consistency. Like it can be any running back. Matter of fact, you know, it can be Mixon next year.
And Josh didn't. So Josh didn't have consistency.
You said Joe Mixon?
Yeah, it can be. Look, I'm talking about consistent numbers, like high end numbers.
Josh is highly consistent.
Bro, what do you mean? Right now, if you say Rick, you can take 1 running back. Right now, I'm rocking with Nick Chubb, and then Dalvin Cook is next.
I mean, all I'm saying is check the stats. Rookie year, the man had 600. Sophomore year, he had like 800. The year before last, he had 1,300. This year, he got 15. He got 1,500.
Okay. Go ahead.
So, I mean, you consistently get better from your rookie season. You got better every single year.
Yeah, I understand that, but like you acting like you acting like this ain't football. Like by year 7, he gonna have 2,000.
So let me ask you this: who dang near averaged 1,000 yards plus every year?
Dalvin, Nick Chubb, the people you don't want to bring up.
Derrick Henry.
Hey,
you didn't. I'm talking about since they started.
I'm like getting stuck in the back of my head for this, but I almost want to put Nick Chubb above.
Yes, Dalvin got 1,000 yards as rookie. I don't even got to look that up. And so did Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb had like 1,300.
We can move on to the next one.
Yeah, y'all let us know in the comments.
Hey, so we gonna go. You go to the receivers. This is a guy. He didn't get franchise tag. He wasn't even looking nowhere near the tag. But he did improve from the team he was on to the team he went on this year to win a Super Bowl. And I'm talking Juju Smith-Schuster. So we got a contract package. It's 3 years, $47 million. He get $15 million a year. He get 31.5 guaranteed, and he get the same 35.1 at signing. Do you take the deal or no deal?
No deal. No deal if I'm Juju.
What?
I don't think Juju is that. I think Juju had one amazing season because he had AB on the other side. But I think Juju could get a little more than that. I think he can be a high end threat. I think he can be useful. He just has to. I think he should hit the market. I think a lot of people would love to have Juju as their number 2. Like a team like Buffalo or somebody that.
I mean,
I don't know, like Saints. Like going to a team like the Saints where you got Chris Olave, Michael Thomas saying that never really consistent. You could be a big boy threat on that team. Get a couple thousand.
I mean, I don't view him as high as like a Terry deal or like a Christian Kirk deal, but like he can get a little bit more. He can do like a 4 years, 65. But like I don't see him like going into the 70s like Terry or going into the 80s like Christian.
There's a bonus?
Huh?
What's the
31.
bonus?
31.5.
That's the same as the running back.
He got a 31 bonus and he's getting paid 40.
Yeah, I'm not around with you, bro.
I think Juju worth a little bit more than that. Like he worth a little bit more. Like he ain't elite, but like you can give him a little bit more.
But he got that one All Pro season to fight his argument.
Yeah, just like how Josh Jacobs got that lead in rushing season to fight his argument too. But we can move on if y'all want.
No, I say he take the deal.
You tell him to take the deal?
He better.
I say he take the deal. Yeah, I say he take the deal. Like I understand what role he played in the Super Bowl, but we're not gonna sit there and act like what?
Or should he take the deal? Or he shouldn't take the deal?
I'm saying
he shouldn't either. I'm saying he should go take. He should get
My
more.
boy better take that deal.
Y'all think he's gonna get offered more?
I think he can.
I think he needs to do a full year, like a prove it year.
He did.
Because
he
had a couple of big catches in the Super Bowl. So
He did.
I think what the problem was going to end up happening there is he could end up getting that money that everybody's saying that he can get the extra money and he's not going to live up to it.
That could happen too. I mean,
I'm looking at his career as where he got to where he is now. I mean, he did well with Patrick Mahomes, and they did get to the Super Bowl, and he had a very large impact on them third downs. Those 4 third down conversions that changed the game. Like that's important, but I'm not gonna go as far to say it's like that's gonna be as impactful in the next season that he deserves more money than that. That's putting him in a different tier that I don't believe he's been in a long time.
but being on a team with Travis Kelce, Kadarius Toney, Nicole Hardman, Isaiah Pacheco, to still catch 78 balls with all of them on the team, and Jerick McKinnon to still catch 78 balls.
Well, Kadarius Toney, they traded for.
I know, but you still see Juju's numbers go down because they were trying to get Toney the ball, but to still get 78 catches with all them weapons, and he still gets 78.
All right, we gonna see.
Hey, I like it.
His
I got love for all football players. All me.
If he takes the deal, no harm, no foul. If he doesn't, he got a chance to prove himself for more.
I want everybody to get their money, man. But I wouldn't go no higher than that. Me personally, I wouldn't go no higher than that. I don't think that's the move to make.
I mean, then they also said he could benefit for asking for more because this is like a weaker free agent market for wide receivers. So because everybody else kind of locked up. So
all right, let's roll the cheese.
Well, what y'all want to do? Y'all want to call it?
I mean, it's up to you, man.
I mean, I think
how many more people you got? You got 2 more?
I do, but we kind of running. I think.
Well, hey, just name. Just go ahead and run through the last 2, and I'll tell you deal or no deal.
All right. Evan Ingram, 4 years, $57 million, 35 guaranteed at signing.
Okay.
And then Orlando Brown Jr., 4 years, $94 million, $62 million in guarantees, but 51 at signing.
Okay, so Evan Ingram at tight end, his hands have not been very good. The last couple of years, he made me lose fantasy. So you take the deal, Evan Ingram. Orlando Brown Jr., I think Orlando Brown Jr. is going to be overpaid no matter where he goes because I don't think he is. He's not on the level of like Trent Williams or somebody.
But hold
like
on,
that.
before you finish,
I mean,
before you finish, let me tell you, he had turned down 6 years, 139.
He turned
it down.
Yeah, but the thing about Orlando Brown is he plays the position that's highest, the second highest paid. So by default,
he's gonna be paid that much.
And the Chiefs won the Super Bowl by default. Orlando Brown Jr. should not take the deal because somebody is going to overpay for him because they got to. Like, it's hard to find a left tackle. Somebody's just going to say, "Yo, whatever, bro. We'll pay you whatever."
Yeah, because we need it.
Yo, you got to protect the blind side, baby. So Orlando Brown Jr. No deal, don't take it. Hit the market. Somebody's going to overpay for you. Yeah, left tackle. So he started off as a right tackle.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then Evan Ingram, you take the deal.
I'm sitting there looking at him on the field, but I'm thinking, okay.
Because Evan Ingram is very athletic. He's the kind of tight end that people want, but he just has super inconsistent hands. And you can find a tight end in the third or fourth round, especially in this draft. This draft has about 6 or 7 tight ends that people would love to have. So I say Evan Ingram got to take the deal.
Yeah, I'm saying Evan. I'm telling you, take the deal because like if Jacksonville willing to pay you that much, go ahead. Better.
Yeah. Look, deal, no deal.
All right, y'all. With that,
I'm gonna say with Boom Bam.
Who you got?
Yeah, cool. Yeah, you go ahead.
I'm gonna say with Boom Bam. Evan Ingram deal. Orlando no deal.
Hey, we got one more topic.
Sure, unless you want to make this.
Nah. Guess what, y'all boys? Y'all thought we had one more topic. We love y'all. We gotta get back to y'all on that topic. We definitely gotta get back to y'all on that topic. We gotta get out of here. We got things to do. Y'all got things to do. We appreciate y'all watching us. Hey, don't forget to share, subscribe, and like. That's the way we do it.
Make sure y'all comment. We love to read the comments. We love all.
Yeah.
Love all the support, man. We appreciate it. The channel's growing like crazy, man. Y'all help us get to this 1K, man, so we can bring these videos to you.
All right, man.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the fans and everybody that's out there viewing and everybody watching the videos, man. We love y'all.
All right, man. And from me.